Finally, at long last, the clouds have parted. We have had nothing but rain since Christmas Day, and now today, New Year's Eve, it looks like the sun has finally broken through to bid farewell to 2021. Dude, look at that out there. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but you see those? Those are all those cargo ships waiting to get into port, or at least some of them. Aye, there be your missing Christmas toys. I got a pretty wide lens, so it's hard to tell, but basically, it's the whole horizon. Anyway, welcome back, my friends, to the Pacific Ocean here in beautiful Sunset Beach, California. I have been banished from my house today. Allie woke up feeling better than she's felt in a long time, and she wanted to use New Year's Eve tonight as a last opportunity to sort of socialize with a few friends. Therefore, she is up and fussing about and cleaning, and I am banished because I tend to sort of get in the way and make things worse. Oh well, it is for that reason I headed down here to Sunset Beach to sort of say farewell to 2021 and what I thought would be one of the more romantic settings, you know, wishing it goodbye over the ocean. But turns out it's mostly just kind of cold. I think for most people, 2021 was a pretty good year in that we at least got to reconnect with a lot of our loved ones. It wasn't a perfect year, though. I know for me, certainly it wasn't perfect. Lots of challenges and lots more ahead. And for that reason, I'm neither sad to see it go or bitter and angry and glad to see it go. When it comes to 2021, I'm mainly like, it's over already? Is it me or are they making these years shorter and shorter? Anyway, check this out. It's the famous Sunset Beach Water Tower House. 87 feet tall, originally built in the 1890s for steam engines traveling up the coast. Rebuilt in the 1940s, abandoned by the 1970s, and turned into one very funky home in the 1980s. Would you look at the size of that tower? It's actually taller than the castle is at Disneyland. And in case you were wondering, yes, there is an elevator in addition to the stairs. And yes, you can apparently rent it as an Airbnb. Yes, it's an iconic landmark in its own right, but to me, it was always even more iconic as a symbol that you were across the street from an even more beloved, at least by me, landmark, the legendary Tiki Temple, Don the Beachcomber. Oh man, we had some great times at Don the Beachcomber together over the years. Dinners, drinks, meetups, concerts, tiki marketplaces. Alas, Don the Beachcomber is no more, replaced by the current tenants, the Himalayan Grill. Oh, that's right. Not even a tiki theme inside anymore. Even the iconic swordfish sign that was here for decades, very historic, has now left the building. But the good news is that the historic sign was taken down and preserved by tiki enthusiasts with the hope not just of restoration at the secret location where it sits now, but eventually to reintegrate it somehow into the tiki community, whether at a tiki bar or a new tiki bar, some way, somehow. That's the hope anyway. Dude, look at that. One sad leftover anchor. Gone are all the idols. Kind of weird out here. One other piece of good news, though, real quick before we leave, is that the original historic interior is largely intact in there. There are still tikis hiding inside the Himalayan Grill, which, by the way, is only a temporary tenant. No idea what's going to happen with the building. I know for years the owners were trying to get rid of it, demolish it. That may still be the plan because it's not in great shape, let me tell you. But at least the interior is mostly intact, and I would show you if I hadn't been yelled at for snooping around with a camera. Oh well, maybe another time. Well, anyway, enough of the sadness over Paradise Lost. There are other fish to fry today. Pun very much intended. Side note, I did a whole deep dive into the history of what was Sam's Seafood, then eventually Don the Beachcomber, and now the Himalayan Grill. So you can find that all down below if you want to check it out. Look at this. Looks like they haven't sucked all the life out of Sunset Beach. Not yet, anyway. Because that, my friends, is a boat rental building shaped like a boat. That is one fine example of what is called roadside or programmatic architecture, which is basically fancy talk for buildings shaped like things. And speaking of survivors, check it out across the street. Look at this. The Oceanside Inn. Now this is a relic from a bygone age. This is a very old school motor court. The kind that would be rare to see in this shape anyway, even along old Route 66. That is one heck of a survivor, and look how close the beach is. Dang. Speaking of architecture, look at Captain Jack's over there on the corner. This is incredible. This is what you want to see when you're by the beach. Seriously though, look at this place, perched right along the harbor or marina or canal. Back here, whichever one it is. It's so 60s. It's the kind of place that makes me think, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. I mean, this is what you want to see. Established in 1965 and still going strong. And this is a pretty good intersection over here, Broadway and PCH, because look at that, catty corner. There's another building shaped an awful lot like a boat, which is currently Ohana. Apparently they've got good vibes and great food. And then look at this across the street from that, a nautical antique store with antiques of the sea. This is exactly the kind of architecture I want to see when I am near the beach. Or at least this is exactly the kind of architecture I think of when I think of oceanside towns. Crazily enough though, right next to this intersection is an example of some new school architecture of the sort I never expect to see by the ocean. Somebody has built a friggin' castle. Dude, would you look at the size of that thing? Man, this building's nearly as tall as the Disneyland castle too, and certainly has more square footage. Some people would certainly describe this as a McMansion, but they would definitely be incorrect. You know, there are lots of castles in Scotland, for example, so maybe we should refer to this as a McMansion. Yarr. All right, bad joke, bad joke. I'd explain it, but if you have to explain it, it's not good. All right, me hearties, the wind be picking up. So as much as I desperately want to head into the antiques of the sea, it's time for us to set sail. Because the fish I'm looking for don't live in Sunset Beach. The fish I'm looking for live here at the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, California, which only took us like 30 minutes to drive to, which is weird for a holiday. Dude, I haven't been here for quite a while, even though I am a longtime Aquarium member, ever since I used to live in Long Beach for just a couple of years, many years ago. That was a horrible sentence. I actually came by just to pick up my new membership card and wasn't intending on coming in, but I still have a lot of time to kill, so why not? I really love this place. Even when it's sort of busy like today, there's just something about it which I find calming. Isn't that right, Mr. Rockfish? Yes, it is. Look at this. Apparently, even sand dollars like candy canes. I just noticed that there are stockings hung next to some of the tanks, but not all of them, which means some of these fish have been naughty. Couldn't have been the sea dragon, probably the California spiny lobster. It was getting kind of warm down there. Time to crank up the AC a little. Look at these fish over here. Now just imagine, this is the environment they live in nature. Back and forth, back and forth. They look bummed out though. They're probably thinking, this is why we moved to the city, to get away from the rockin'. Ooh, look at this. Somebody's cleaning the puffin cage. Puffin cleaning. It's a very popular time of day. Look at those aliens. Look at all the tentacles. People here get really into tentacles. Look at her. She's into it. Me too. Ah, tentacles. Ain't no party like a jellyfish party, let me tell you that. I forgot my net though. No jellyfishing for me. Actually, the coolest and maybe the most popular part of the whole aquarium is where you get to touch jellyfish, but judging by the state of this little touch station being closed, I don't think we're going to be able to do that today. They'd probably have to make the jellyfish wear masks too, and they don't have any ears, so how would they stay on? Ooh, look at this. This is where they keep the giant Pacific octopus. And if you're thinking, where is it? It's up there hiding in the corner. Well, actually, it's probably not hiding. What it's probably doing is waiting to open its stocking. How about that? Oh, come on. Christmas was a couple of days ago. Give Groot his stocking. Oh, hey, check it out. It's the home of the sea otters. There they are back there. See? See? Everyone's always saying that. Probably why they call them sea otters. Plus, it just sounds better than ocean otters. Look at them cleaning each other. They're the cats of the ocean. Ugh, what the heck are those? I've never seen those before. I don't even want to say what I think that looks like. Okay, fine. It looks like a tongue. We should name them sea tongues. They should let me rename things. Like these would become sea cauliflower. Oh, no. Otter order? Oh, well, that's okay. There's other stuff to see. Not smell, though. Not smell.
I'm a turtle. Hi, my name is Ollie. My neighborhood is an underwater city. Let me show you.
Wow. I have no idea what's going on in here. All I see are lots of signs for energy and water and All these fish swimming around in a circle. Maybe they're gonna harness the power of these fish spinning in a circle and turn it into electricity. What an idea. We'll make millions. I have to be honest with you. The severe ADHD executive function disorder makes rooms like this difficult, especially since they took away my medication thanks to the heart trouble. But there is one room even the most distractible among us can spend a long time enjoying. It's the best part of the whole place, the tropical Pacific. This is the part with all the colorful coral reefs. I love this so much. The colors, the shapes, the majesty of nature. Look at these guys. So colorful and unique, and yet grouped into little bunches, floating around hither and thither. Look at them all, typical fish-like. You got your Nemos, and you got your Dories, and all these regular shaped fish. And then there's this guy. Look at him, all wonky and weird looking, all plain colored and yet oddly shaped, sticking out like a sore thumb. In every way, he's just a little different from the other fish. Something fishy about that. Wait a minute, I know what it is. He's me! That's the me of the fish kingdom. All alone, singular, no friends. And most importantly, weird. Goodbye, kindred spirit fish. Look, he's not even on the sign. Man, I could spend hours and hours and hours in here. As a matter of fact, this is one of those places where I have to be careful to keep it moving. And that's when I've got nothing else to do that day, much less today, which is, let's not forget, a holiday. So I'm just gonna spend a couple more minutes browsing around, because I think I gotta pack it in pretty soon. But if you wanted to see more, don't worry. Like I said, I was here to pick up my renewed membership card, so we will definitely be coming back this year. At least unless California decides to lock everything back down again. Hopefully, never. The aquarium was closed for quite a long time, believe you me. I really miss this place. Hey, look at that! There's a diver in the tank cleaning! I guess Allie's not the only one cleaning up for New Year's Eve. Also, apparently, even the biggest fish tanks have to be cleaned. That's the problem with owning a fish tank. Otherwise, trust me, my house would be full of them. At least tropical fish tanks. I don't think I'd mess with saltwater until they invent the perfect saltwater tank. That's a totally self-contained biome, you know? You don't have to mess with the water, nothing like that. Or unless one day I got so fabulously wealthy I could afford to have somebody else clean my tanks full time. Haha. Maybe it's better if I just come here. Alright, gang, I hate to say it, but I have really got to go in just a couple minutes. This is the best part, though, especially when you get the guided behind-the-scenes tour. You can go on top of these big tanks and look down in them. Hopefully one day the Long Beach Aquarium will let me come and film that. Hey, look at this guy. Is he stuck? No, I think Scuba Steve's okay. Ugh, stop looking. Don't look. Must escape. Must leave aquarium. I don't even have time for the shark pool or the penguins that I love so much. Well, that's all right. I'll try to find a day to come back before Allie's surgery. But even if I have to wait until afterwards, this might be a good place to bring her once she starts walking again. By the way, it turns out I was completely wrong outside the aquarium. Things are popping in the shark pool and all that, and the lorikeet feeding, and the feeding of the seals. And something I wasn't expecting at all, the jellyfish touch pools. They are open, they've just moved them outside. Look at that, Long Beach looks fantastic today. It's too bad I gotta leave it. But I gotta head home, and even more urgently, there's something I need to pick up from Long Beach before I head home. A bowl of the most delicious gluten-free noodles at the Nomad Asian Bistro. So much of their menu is gluten-free. Got myself some New Year's Eve food. Right on. Also, this is probably good to note, it's not just gluten-free, a lot of the food. It's also all halal. All right, finally time to return to Anaheim. Ooh, looking pretty clean. Allie, oh, you look so cute. I got the chow fat.
It's the chow fun.
That's what I said, the chow fat. I call it that because every time I eat it, I feel like I gained a few 100 pounds. Oh. Worth it though. Totally worth it. Alas, just when I thought I could rest, I was awakened. Ah, Boba Depp. I knew it'd be you. Uh-oh. More trouble has entered the premises. More trouble. I come bearing gifts. Fake tile. Whoa, is that all snacks for me? Yep. Are they all gluten-free for real?
Yep.
You're lying.
Yep.
Wow, look at that nice spread. Lots of friends are here.
And now for something completely random.
Well, change of plans all of a sudden. I know this is random. It's very random, in fact. But we just found out our friend, Busman101 from YouTube, is moving away. He needs help. He needs us to come grab some stuff from his house. And hopefully we'll be able to squeeze a joke of the day out of him.
Okay, so what do you think you call a mother cow after she has a baby?
I don't know.
You call her decaffeinated.
Oh, decaffeinated! And just like that, he was gone. All right, we're back home at the party, which has become a pizza party for the gluten eaters over there. And look, not many, keeping it small this year. Just the people who are already around anyways. We don't want any super spreader events around here, just regular spreader. Meanwhile, look who's out of bed and looking beautiful.
Thanks.
You were sick all week long. How do you feel today?
I feel okay.
Look at you, you're not doubled over in pain, you're not laying in your bed, and Allie is cooking up Vin Chad, which is of course known to most people as mulled wine. We never know which wine we're supposed to use, but we have this stuff in France, which is always called like Vin Chad or whatever, so I always have to call it Vin Chad and be an obnoxious American tourist. Since we haven't been to France now in 2 years, which is pretty crazy, we decided we wanted a little bit of that horrible smell and taste. I don't know if you can really drink that with your ulcers or whatever, but I might sip on it a little bit. You guys will have to try this Vin Chad, dude. Even though you don't drink ever, you've got to try a little Vin Chad. They give it to kids over there, so you know it's good. Don't give it to kids here, though. That would be against the law, I think. Wait, what's that? What are we drinking? Oh, zero sugar.
I've tapped into your supply of...
Yeah, zero sugar, dude. Better for the
Hey,
pipes.
mind if I rock this?
Oh, yeah, you can rock that. Mind if I rock this? Wait a second. What are you doing now?
Roasting chestnuts?
Roasting chestnuts? You're finally out of bed. You have your friends over, and this is what you want to do? Make everybody mulled wine and chestnuts?
Yeah,
Shouldn't you be having fun and resting more?
probably.
Aw, Allie, you're so sweet. All right, there's only about 15 minutes left until midnight, and they are desperately trying to figure out how to stream or get something on TV or do some kind of free trial because we don't have cable or TV or anything. This happens every year. We forget about it until like 20 minutes before midnight. So they're trying to figure that out, and I thought I would just step outside real quick to say, today was a totally random, weird, mixed bag adventure. And that's how a lot of things have been in 2021. From the beginning, things started to unlock, but it was never perfect. You never could count on, is that going to be open? Is this going to be open? Is there going to be masks? Is there going to be no masks? Like today in the aquarium, I'm talking through the mask. The camera doesn't pick up the talking correctly. It's been a crazy, wild year. And then, of course, with Allie's health stuff, and the Crohn's disease and the surgeries coming up and the chronic pain she's been in and everything. And then me with the wrist surgery. I was like, are we going to be alive today? Are we going to be crumpled up in pain? Just a wild up and down year. But it goes right along, just like my windshield over there, still smashed, with the quest for positivity, which is, you can't control your circumstances, and boy, the last 2 years are super huge proof that you cannot always control your circumstances, but you can control your reaction to your circumstances. And we've tried very hard to stay the course, stay positive, follow the quest for positivity, think of all the things that we're grateful for. And one of the biggest things that I've been very grateful for in 2020 and 2021, the sequel, has been all of you guys for watching, for being part of this crazy Randomland universe, for going on all these adventures with us, and for being a huge part of our family and our daily life. I cannot wait to go on more and bigger and crazier adventures again. And Allie definitely can't wait until we're through the surgery time and on to the next chapter of our lives, which for us doesn't start exactly at midnight tonight in 15 minutes. It's more going to start, in a month or two after the surgery. We'll see how it goes. We're about, 20-something days away from surgery and from everything else. I'm going to go see a heart doctor this month, so still a lot of trials ahead, but probably also a lot of triumphs. We're trying to start off the new year on a chipper note, think positive, that hopefully this year will be the year of solutions, and I'm wishing that for all of you as well. I have a lot of crazy projects I want to pull off this year and things I want to do at home, as well as many adventures on the road I'd like to have. As soon as Allie has had her surgery and recovered enough that she can safely be home alone or with, other people staying with her besides me, we will definitely have some crazy road trip adventures. I guess first I gotta get a new windshield though, right? Anyway, there are new characters coming our way in Randomland this year. New sights, sounds, smells, and old favorites coming back. I'm sure we're gonna see more of Julio, you know, especially out on the road. There's a lot that I want to do, a lot I'm looking forward to. First, we have some humps to get over. We got all this stuff with Allie's surgery and with the, you know, just all that crazy stuff. You know what? That's all just part of life. And life is one big adventure. So from all of us to all of you, a big old shout out from Randomland HQ. And it looks like the gang somehow made the TV work. So we're gonna get to have a countdown after all. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 2022 to me, to you. You've done your duty. You can go home and sleep well. Tyler definitely won't have it because Tyler doesn't drink alcohol. Just kidding, he's never drank in his life. He's never even drank water. He's severely dehydrated. Help me! Hey, would you look at this? I used to live right behind this bar right here. The Falcon. Weird. Hey, look at our crosswalks. I used to live right up there. Tower. It's actually taller than the castle is at Disneyland. What the? They're full of all their Mission Christmas toys. Ooh, seashell. Check that out. Allie, you gotta feed your cats. They haven't eaten all year.